we are live. I'm going to show how to do the true Zenith seed start to finish. We're going to do all bosses. Only two I haven't completed on my own are the Moonlord and Duke Fishron. But we'll get there when we get there. Start with a new character. Got Yahia. We'll stick with classic. We could do medium core just to show that it's doable, but since this is going to be mostly a tutorial, we'll stick with classic. Create a new world. Name doesn't matter. Seed. Technically, as long as we just type in Zenith like this, that should be enough. However, I haven't actually tested it, so I'm going to be extra safe. And if you don't know where to do this, you can just Google Secret World Seeds. And you can enter them all here, but keep it as this. Again, it doesn't matter. We'll click Zenith. I don't think that even matters. Select all of the seeds here. Just drag and click, hold and click and drag over. I'm sure they'll change this UI at some point. Looks like all of them are selected to me. Okay, we have our secret seeds selected. Have Zenith selected. Remove skyblock. Apply. As far as the size is concerned, I've been pretty happy with medium. We're gonna go large. I recommend medium. The reason we'll go large is just the more items, the better, and that'll help with the early game. Once you get to the mid to late game, then size doesn't matter. And what else? It's going to make the dungeons a little bit more terrible, but there are ways to mitigate it. The Delight of the Princess. Nice. We're going to stick with... We're going to Master Mode, which will take us to Legendary Mode. We'll do the hardest difficulty. Go ahead and create here. If there's anything else we're missing. Good. And then as soon as the World Gen begins, and then I have a choice between Corruption and Crimson. I would like to choose the World Seed as Crimson just so I can get more Crimson mimics, but in the end, it really doesn't matter. That just affects your Key of Light chest. Anyway, as soon as we hit start, we will go into the minigame. You want to try and get as many of the stars as possible. That way, increases your chances of getting just bonus items to drop or bonus chests. And even though that means more spikes, more traps, that is going to be totally worth it, as items are the most important thing here in getting through our early game. Because defense is going to be our biggest thing. So anyway, we're going to start, and really strategies are twofold. One, just wiggle your mouse around like crazy, and then the second option is as soon as you see a star, just beeline for it and do not stop wiggling. So if I see the stars over here, move over here. Or if I think it starts here, yeah, just constantly wiggle. Anyway, let's do this. I don't see my mouse, so we might restart this just for the sake of getting my mouse back. Yeah, this is unfortunate. I'm probably just going to attempt to do World Gen one more time. If that doesn't work, we'll go ahead and restart. But it's a bummer. And because it is a large world, it's going to take a little bit of time to chug through and generate. Probably takes about a couple minutes. Anyway, now would be a good time to go over everything that includes. So we have coat everything in Echo, which is the invisible plain seed, hidden in plain sight, the world's coated in echo. This only really coats the heartstones, or whatever they're called, and the mana crystals in echo, which is still great, but it's something. Paint everything gray monochrome. World is painted gray, only very small sections. I think it's just the ores are painted in gray. Paint everything negative, scratch that, reverse it. I'm not sure what is painted negative. Not a big deal. And I should have mentioned this as well. As far as trying to figure out how to navigate through this world, obviously you have the wiki, and you just have your own experience. And then there's, of course, Reddit and Discord, but I would finally recommend taking your EXE, decompiling it with ILSpy. There are instructions online how to do that, dumping that to a folder, and then having your choice of LLM, use OpenCode, or it really doesn't matter, Cloud Code, and then just have it run through the entire code, and that way you can ask questions. Hey, I want to know if this enemy can spawn in this world. I want to know if this drop can be obtained in this world. Show me all of the spawning mechanics for XYZ, and that way it'll show you some like unique things, because really remix seed changes a lot, and of course just all seeds in general can change a few things as well. For example, it's always raining, so that means you'll get a lot of rain enemies, but some rain enemies may try to override. Some other things are like we don't have a surface, so what does that entail for herbs? So we don't get any herbs. What else does it mean? I think those are the major ones. Yeah, no surface is huge. That means we don't have like harpies. We can't get sky, souls of what do they call it? Flight. So we're really limited with our wing set, which is fine. Wings are not that big of a deal in this playthrough, or maybe just Terraria in general. Yeah, we'll get to it. Anyway, it is done. We will attempt one more time. Go ahead and delete this princess. Delete the princess. Board spring, nice. Stick with true Zenith, go large, master, let's choose our seeds. There's also some really great content creators out there who've done this a little bit. There's one guy who did this hardcore in one sitting in like 1 or 2 weeks after it was released, so it's totally doable. But my goal is to do it with as few hacks and exploits, major exploits, as possible. We might be using a few, but in the end of the game, it is a sandbox, so you kind of get to choose how you want to play the game. If you just want to cheese every single part of the game through hoiks and teleporters, you can. We'll only be using teleporters for a couple bosses, namely the Dread Nautilus, which is to be expected. And trying to think if there's any other bosses that we're going to use. We do use teleporters, but not as an exploit. For Mectusa. Anyway, we'll get there when we get there. I think we're good here. This looks correct. Large, master, random. Let's hope our mouse is here. It is. So our goal is to get 100 of these stars to reflect off of our mouse. It's gonna stay a little focused. I think it's 100, 200. I don't remember the exact number. I don't know how difficult it is. I've never counted personally to see how many I've reflected. Okay, I think we've hit the cap. I can see it's really dark, like sepia filtered. don't remember if it's 100, 200. I have to check the wiki. I always forget. There's so many little features and nuances to remember. 9 times out of 10, you're just going to be referring to the wiki. It's perfectly fine not to have everything memorized, but just knowing that things like this exist is important. And I guess because of the decreased spawn rate of the stars, we've hit the cap. It felt like we hit 100, 200. Missed a few. I mean, missed more than a few, but. But yeah, having no surface is by far going to affect our gameplay the most, or what's available to us most. What's going to affect our gameplay the most is World Gen. This is an extremely grindy game, so just keep that in mind. You can grind as much or as little as possible. The better you do, the more you know, the less grindy you have to make it. But looks like we're almost done with the World Gen. Okay, World Gen done. Let's hop into it. First thing we're gonna do is try and get items. Pause this real quick. We get like 7 or 8 people to spawn. They die in 24 hours. As soon as the first day ends. I don't remember when, if that's midnight or 4:30 or something. So our goal is to try and get as much money as possible to buy items from them before they disappear on us. Try and do this as much live as possible. I'm not going to try and pause too much. That's not fun. But I do need to explain things, so that's the only reason I'll be pausing, really. What other considerations do we have? We're going to die a lot. We can bring up our menu and select what team we're on, teleport around. We can explore this place. Anytime we see a chest, it's going to be surrounded by, I forgot how many spikes there are. Maybe it's like 9x9 spikes or something. So we won't be able to see them. All traps are echo coded, so or whatever the code is, so they're invisible to us for a while. We get the Spectre goggles. I forgot what the drop percent is. Maybe 5%, 3%. So once we open like 100 chests or so, we should have one. It should make navigating through the world a little bit easier after that. It does inflict a bleed debuff, so that is rather challenging to navigate around as well. Like I said, we will be dying a lot in the early game. Priorities, yeah, getting money, getting items, because once they're gone until we get them back the proper way. After that, it'll be mostly life and defense. So we'll be navigating all of that as well as just exploration. And here we go. So there she is. There's her painter. Is that it? That is it. We'll go ahead and go up into this. I also don't want to die to Charlie since it can get dark. What we can do, this lava is illuminating us a little bit. So there's no items to be seen here. Painter is slain. Not to a good start. You can see a chest here, so I'm just going to turn on smart. Fortunately, we can actually collect this. See if there's anything useful here. Nope. Besides some torches. Unfortunately not. We can use this for... we do need... let's call them bricks. We need some tiles of some sort. Some blocks. Variables are not making this too easy, but that's fine. Back down. Collect some blocks. There'll be plenty of some blocks for us to... okay. Boy, here comes a wraith. We did die. Gosh, they do so much damage. But again, we need some blocks. Probably need about 100-ish. Just to get started. boulder, but it's not. And since this is our spawn, we'll try and remember that we can build around it a little bit. That's unfortunate. This is mission as well. These guys do drop bats, so something good to try. There is a heart crystal here. Our spawn is totally overrun, so we will back out pretty quick. Oh boy, we want that. Is it worth the jump? Do we hop over and dig down? Probably hop over, dig down, barricade ourselves in. This bat's almost dead. Yeah, so much for utilizing our NPCs. That did not happen. Okay, turns out trying to swing our copper short sword 7 times against this bat is going to be pretty rough. Yikes. Do want that heart crystal, but we're not like super desperate for it. We also need food at some point, but that's a long-term goal, not so much major concern now. Go ahead and barricade ourselves in. Make our way down. This will be useful. Got our first life crystal. This one's not blocked either. Fortunately, like the first few are not going to be too much of an issue. Oof. Did not get to my blocks in time to block off this guy. We lost 3 gold. That is significant. Not the end of the world. If we zoom out, yeah, I don't think we have any surviving. Okay, let's just hop out then. Since we've collected what we need, we'll check out this place. Already standing on a block. Pretty far down. Not bad. This looks like Crap City. Oh boy. I wonder if there's a pressure plate. Doesn't look normal. This is probably worth going for, so we'll dig down, block ourselves in, and continue from there. It's iron, which on platinum. It's all worth mining at this point. No accessories yet. Half our health just to a spike. Incredible. Should have been a little bit more wary and careful, but okay. Wow. It's not fast enough there. We'll leave this for now. Continue grabbing the easy chests. We've already checked out 3 spawns. 4th spawn. Any chests, unfortunately. Filling up our inventory rather quickly. You can drop it off back at spawn. Here. Just barricade ourselves in a bit. Drop off this chest. Throw in the stuff we need, which is basically everything. Present opening. It's definitely going to take us through a little bit. Unfortunately, see the magic conch. Oh my goodness, what? Blown away? Continue, try not to get too distracted here. Keep the blocks just in case. The middle of the night is going to be huge. Did not see the wraith, too busy looking at inventory. You try and take out. Now the frostburn is a great debuff, but we'll hop out. There's a chest there. There's, this looks like a trap, so we're gonna just hop down, hopefully. Oh, right. I thought we'd be able to get through it. I forgot our defense is 0, so we're just gonna take a ton of damage. Go in, living tree, in that case. Not do anything too crazy. I guess because these are by spawn. Nope. I was hoping I have too many spikes, but that's not the case. It's fine. Yikes. It's gonna be challenging, but again, the items in here are gonna be worth it. Looks like it's maybe, I don't know, almost 10. Not quite. But it is worth it to try and get in here. Even if we're dying over and over again to get into it. Certainly not optimal. But we don't need to be optimal right now. I see. The issue is if I stand here, I'll be standing on both blocks technically. So, this. Breaking this is not going to be worth it, really. Can I? No. Shoot. Not dealing with the Wraith right now. Probably head back home. Fortunately, because these guys have money, they won't despawn very quickly. And I could reset this world by exiting, rejoining, but that's not fun. Like, this is part of the challenge. If enemies have money, figure it out. Okay, I guess wrapped in there, but managed to just barely clip me. A ton of enemies falling from the top, so rather dangerous. These are poo blocks. Yeah, right now, again, just trying to get as many items as possible. This looks okay, we're at the edge of right or left. Top down, a bit scary, but we have to. Could not see the geyser. And just as a good tip, in the early game without a Spectre, it's probably best to just keep mining everywhere at your floor to try and get those pressure plates off and geysers and other traps that you can't see. But, of course, am I doing that? No. Oh, there's a boulder. Scary. No big deal. I know seeing a star in a world like this where there's no sky, so falling stars don't fall down, it seems important, but there's gonna be plenty of them that spawn with stars. It's part of the quirk of this world, so not an issue. Oh my gosh, we're standing on a pressure plate. I forgot we have that. Got slain, that's fine. Can't believe I forgot that we had that. I'm surprised there's so many torches. I don't remember it being like this. I hope we generated this world correctly. More. Oh boy. I heard I activated something. Rather sketchy. Another thing, we can mine crimstone at least, right from the get-go. It's nice. Block this off in case it's another boulder. Don't think it was. That's a boulder. And as far as hitting that threshold to 200 health, we're not concerned about that at all. But if you are, you can always choose to either not do that or take off some armor if you have too much armor. Quick. This is the one. feeling optimistic about. Okay. Should be able to step safely here. Our range is so pitiful on our pickaxe right now. But that's part of the game. Okay, after we very carefully replace these blocks and mine these blocks and get the spikes out. Oh yeah, and we have block swap, which is great. I think that's sufficient. Minus whatever's there. That's fine. Okay. Not bad. Probably want to grab those next. Is that a bat? Take a bat. How much health? No giant bat. Sufficient for now. Oops, did not mean to break down. Because herbs don't respawn, we need to be really choosy about how we collect these herbs. We should only collect them when they're in bloom, because no more will spawn. Oof. What health does it have? 23. Still do it. 65. I mean, the lava will kill it. I just don't want the items to get lost. No items to be lost. Yeah, worth and distance. They can also be, these chests can also be booby trapped with the gas traps. But fortunately, I didn't see the case this time. This looks decent. If I can... That is unfortunate. So I would like to stand there. I'll have to stand far back edge and then build on top of the teleport. Two chests. Are there any chests in here? There's one there, but I don't know how we're gonna get here, so not too concerned. So what we're going to do is build around this. There we go. Then this will let us get to the spikes. Block swapping. Oof. There's one more at that corner I totally forgot about. Like I said, we'll be dying a lot. Much more experienced people can navigate these. No issue. But we're just taking it easy. Let me just double check something here. We're all good. Yep, we're good. Continue. I don't know how we're gonna get to that spike. There we go. Block swap here. What else did I want to say about these spikes? Wow, that's a lot of items. Back home real quick. Oof. Go through my revenge graveyard. I forgot what seed that is. Or maybe it just does it by default, I forget. But he does have a bit of gold. How does this work? Oh yeah. Totally worth. Get rid of our money. Oop. Sort this a little bit. Basically drop off everything. Make a favorite. Maybe this guy. Break these. We're not prepared for what comes our way, but we can always teleport out. Yep. To be expected. I thought I'd see him a little bit sooner. Felt like they're normally a little bit slower. The Demon Eye is the one that we really want, though. Oh. What? What a yo-yo. Yo-yos are probably one of the best items to get. Also, not to get like in chests, but just to craft. I'm gonna try. That was a black slime inside the pot. I should have been a little bit more careful and just checked. But at least we have the Demon Eye. And spot where we want him. Unfortunately, he's also accompanied by bats. So we're just gonna lay on as much DPS as possible. We do have them trapped. Our options are either kill them now or return safely with their money. 4 gold is nothing that significant. We'll be rolling in platinum. You know this area is safe because it's by spawn. Drop down all of these. Gun bottle's great. Is this just vanity? It's just vanity. Why is your quick stack not working? Oh, I thought we quick stack money, but that's not how it works. Okay. Interesting. Whatever. Decent. Okay, anything else we need? Next order of business besides grabbing armor, health, and items, and accessories, like the fountain bottle, is getting NPCs back, which also means we have to fight a few bosses. The snow gun, whatever it's called, is probably a really, really, really good one. Carried me through quite a bit. My first playthrough. If we get one, that's great. This guy is terrifying. Don't even know what our options are right now. Not good. Unfortunate, but they don't drop much. Often Jack doesn't drop anything. Black Slime's only can drop a star, so it's probably not worth it even. We are on the right side of the world. Let's fly around a little bit. See what we have available to us. I'm not sure if that's shimmer or lava or what. I've never seen these things before. What? Looks very dangerous. Oh, tulip. Summons a caveling gardener. Flippable. Just a little friend. Okay, sure. I like friends. The only one I really care about is the ones that provide light. Is this an ice chest? Oops. Got too close to it. I couldn't tell if that's a locked chest or... It's surely not locked. That's probably just a chest. It's gonna be worth it if we can get to. So let's try not to mess this up. But yeah, that is super useful because the entire world is just covered in... Not covered in lights, but has a fair amount of lights. It is usually worth it. Unfortunately, that was Charlie who killed us in the night. I'm hoping I generated this world correctly. I don't remember it having this many torches. That's why it makes me just a little skeptical. Otherwise, it looks fine. Planetoids. Looks correct. This looks a little bit too big, but it is a big world, so... Never know. Oh my gosh. There's no way I'm, like, chunking through 200, 1200 health. Immediately, like... Oh, jungle slime. A lot to say about the jungle slimes. One thing I learned going through the code is that these jungle slimes do not spawn the variants, the Moonglow herb variant, and there's only so many jungle slimes you can get because they don't spawn. We're in hard mode, if you can't tell. So yeah, jungle slimes ordinarily don't spawn except for in pots. And there's a limited number of pots, and the pot spawning mechanic bypasses the herb check. Where were we going? Is something over here? Yes. Oof, oof. I don't know if we can get to it. Yeah, Charlie's gonna kill us. In that case, we'll move on and think of something else. This, I don't know why we didn't continue with this. This is going to be a great one. Oh, it's because we ran out of space? Yeah. That's great. Fortunately, accessories, I mean, accessories are accessories, right? Always take them, but we're hoping to grab some warding. That'll help us offset our spike damage a little bit. Because we're ice skates, we should be able to land on this, right? Yep. Not really sure where any of the blocks are. Unfortunately, we are bleeding now. Spikes just causing the bleed debuff is pretty rough. But the nice thing is we can always block ourselves in, kind of take pot shots, whether that's with your copper short sword, or hopefully, you know, at this point you've gotten some items like the boomerang. I've got a ice blade here, which is nice. 2 ranged weapons already, and on top of that, I have the boost, but no ammo for it. Anyway, just gonna ignore that. Enemies. I died. Unfortunately, don't know what. I'm going to assume another invisible spike. There's so many invisible spikes. You will be getting stacks. I mean, stacks of 99999. Oh boy. Shoot. Another important reason why you want to like play this in one go as much as possible, because it just helps you remember where all the spikes are. Spikes that are over half our health just instantly evaporated. That'll help. More life crystals. We're at 160 now instead of 100. See more. Oh boy, here comes a ghost. See another chest we want to make it to. Unfortunately, the ghost is not affected by Frostburn debuff, so we'll just have to whittle him down. Oh, you're kidding me. I tried to swap weapons to the boomerang, as you can see, but the switch time length took too long. Why did I take damage from spawning? It's been like a delayed hit, and it only registered after I spawned. It's so strange. Dang. Ice is slippery, but I don't think it was because it was slippery that I died. I have ice skates, so that's probably not even a valid excuse. Just keep dying to the same spike. Well, I'm determined not to let that happen again, so we'll get as close as possible. Then, take it out. Clear the area just a little bit in case we get jump scared by another ghost after breaking these headstones. Tombstones. Great. Smart cursor is your friend. Not underestimate. Oh boy. Smart cursor. Oh boy. Bleed is rough. That works. More spikes real quick. Okay. Doing pretty good for that. Oh, it has auto swing. I need to turn on auto swing. Speaking of, auto swing's a great one. I need to stop doing the weapon swap. It's not worth it. Okay, bleed is off. Let me just double check something. Go quick. Dead. Just not paying attention. Oh, you're kidding. Jungle bat. Stinger did 200 damage, so like what killed me. Let me just double check one more thing. Oh, okay, and we are back. This place is overrun. It does have quite a few enemies with money, so they're not going to despawn anytime soon. We can go back here to base and drop off more junk. The ice mirror, while nice, is not required right now, especially since we can just teleport around using our teams. Okay, we'll keep moving around the world. Seeing what's available to us. Like, yeah, there's just... I don't remember, though. I didn't really explore the Crimson a lot in my first playthrough, so... It's possible. This is normal. Usually, these places are full of chests and traps. I don't see any. I see traps. It's really concerning. Double check the ground real quick. Hit something. Okay. Died to Charlie again. Being a little bit brave, exploring the darkness. Place down a few more torches and get better at placing torches mid transformation, normal form and vampire form. Skill issue. Check down here, mostly lava. So when we're here at the bottom, I haven't checked my map. Oh, unfortunate. These two spawns are very close together. We want to be careful about mining around in the jungle because Moonglow is going to be a valuable resource. We don't actually want to harvest it before it's ripe. Whatever the term is. Can I? Try it. Doesn't matter. Taurus got us. Yeah, fire does an insane amount of damage on square vampire, so having water on us or having obsidian skin potions are going to help mitigate some of that damage. Feel great. Don't have a lot of options with it between your spawns and getting wrecked left and right. That's part of the fun. Oof. Even if we get one shot. Goal as well is to get some fishing done. Ideally, more fishing with the fishing guy, with our fisher NPC, the angler. But if we find him, that's great. If we don't, we'll proceed onward without him. Okay, the eye should be dead. Okay. Such a precarious place. I could be really diligent and just clear out all of these spikes, but I'm holding out for Spectre Goggles, which we may never get, and that's just RNG. But I believe. Comes the ghost. Okay, we're not going to swap this time. He's way too close to us. Okay, as far as class, you know, we don't really concern ourselves with what class we're playing, not in this difficulty. At the end, though, we will start playing a little bit more Summoner. I do like Summoner just because it is more friendly towards like the grindy play style. Be really low in defense for a good chunk of it, but there'll be ways to mitigate it. And sure enough, there's our Spectre Bell. That was pretty early. all things considered, but that's why we were rushing the items so hard. It's helped us immensely. As far as modifiers and accessories, we only have haste. So we're just marginally faster right now. We'll continue exploring these bikes. Never again. But I have to admit, it's nice. Don't really want to be messing with jungle enemies right now. They're way too difficult. Probably harvest this while I can, but Hornet said otherwise. Okay. But yeah, we really should harvest the... Oh boy. The herbs. Oh, we can collect your seeds. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to face off against this one. That's okay. Of all of the herbs, the ice one is going to be the most common. So it's not that big of a deal. Back. I'm constantly doubting whether I did this right, but it looks right. And for chests, I'm so surprised. There's usually at least one building with like a metric ton of chests. I'm not seeing that. Grab this one real quick. This one looks like it's relatively easy to grab. Like, oh, so we can see pressure plates too. I forgot. We just can't see wires until we kill Skeletron. But we don't need to see wires right now. Sweet. This is helping a bit with that chest, but still not perfect. Oh boy. I need to be on my toes when I break these pots. I keep forgetting. Of course, pots can also drop bombs. That's not new. That was part of the Get Fixed Boy. Remember the slimes though. We have no defense. Yeah, this is rough. Put that down. Try and collect as much of these items as possible. We're not really going to be This seems terrifying. The guide has arrived. Okay, that was to be expected. Fighting 3 flying enemies at once. Not gonna end well. Yeah, this one looks like a lava bubble, but you never know what's in them. They actually go through them, so... as far as building house is concerned, we'll probably do that. Steal some furniture. Steal a door or two. That way we can make our world safe. Or at least safer. And just decrease the enemy spawns in general. How do we want to do this? Do we just want to build directly into this cave wall? Gosh, it seems like so lame. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Let this water drain real quick. I mean, this is our spawn. We should really protect it. The reason I'm doing the swapping is just to get a little extra DPS for the Frostburn, even though it puts our life at risk every time we swap. Be on a different difficulty, medium core, I would not be lazy fair about doing stupid tactics. Okay, so if we want to protect our spawn, we'll probably do it like this. Don't know if this will kick us out. First spawn might not be big enough. quite see with our friend here, so I'm actually gonna turn them off. Yeah, of all of the critters, what they call pets, I only care about the ones that give us light. And there's only 2 in the pre-hard mode that let us do that, I think. But that's gonna be the truffle. We're gonna get the truffle. Gonna mine all this out, make this a little bit safer, add a couple doors. Because they're floating on the ground, there's no tile to stand on next to it here. We don't have to worry about enemies. Build here. Mahogany workbench. Well, beggars can't be choosers. Do want to get a tree and some acorns at some point. Place down a few other things like the other door. I thought I had 2 doors. Did not see the ice bat. Was too busy looking at my inventory. Oh, I do have the door. Just accidentally. Yo-yo's probably next order of business. One of these guys will drop an Amarok. Amarok? Should be pretty useful. Okay. Seems to be going a little bit better. Sure, over the chair. Probably too small, but try it. To do the torch god at some point. Have sure for thorn seeds yet? Yes, we do. Rope will be good. Gel is good. It would be nice if we had normal arrows. Remember, oh yeah, flaming arrows is not bad. We'll use flaming arrows. I guess that was up there. Should have realized. Well. Still figuring out where I want to put my pickaxe on my hotbar. Again, that's just a skill issue on my part. House number 2 is ready to come online. Legend is rising. Not great. Quick. Oh boy. Rune Wizard. I might be able to get a revenge if he doesn't despawn. Oh, got one hit on him. Perfect spot. Oof, bad spot. No, we're done. Okay, try and see what's going to despawn or break. Their spawn just like royally effed. Don't know. Be here for a while. Probably not worth it, but you know, we're 6 of the way through his health already, so why stop now? Where's the other door? We'll have to fix it. Make sure we don't open it on accident. Or drain the lava, one of the two. Okay, 1/3 of the way through his health. It's unfortunate the modifier is shameful. Does turn. Okay. Okay, we can get Frostburn on him. He's not immune. This is gonna help a ton. Keep switching between our Ice Blade and our Boomerang. Boomerang for the debuff. Sword for the melee. basically doing 4 hits between each of these, just rotating in and out. Seems like our maximum DPS right there. Got kind of lucky with where he spawned. That's a lot of bats. Jeez. Alright, and a couple minutes later, we finally killed him. Bunch of money, and no way to safely get it back. What are our options here? Okay. Okay. Very carefully build the bridge back. Plus the gold. And we're safe. These are vanity items. It's not armor. I didn't realize that. That's so unfortunate. See if we can place a block. Doesn't look great. And there is a rough. Where do we spawn? Oh, thank goodness. Excuse me. Oh boy. 400 damage. Yeah, I cannot wait. Get some armor. Try not to die here while I grab some blocks. And build some more housing. Just go ahead and check some things here. Favor some things before I accidentally throw them away. Oh, that feels bad. Constantly dying. the ghosts to spawn. There they are. Quickly make a retreat. Wow. Tortoises, you do not want to mess with. They just fly in from nowhere. Okay. This guy, however, drops stuff, right? No ghost. Bad ghost. Shoot. Ruined everything. Don't disappear on us. You want your stuff, Tim? Trying to juggle multiple enemies at once here. No big deal. I really should block this area off. It is happening. Getting overwhelmed with more and more enemies. Trying to juggle too many at once. Hopefully, those slimes will disappear. It'll be me and Tim. Sweet. Got the wizard hat. For defense. I will happily take that. Not like it helps us against enemies too much, but it definitely will help us against the... blanking on the name. Spikes. Ghosty real quick. Oh boy. Don't really want to mess with bats too much. Oh. There goes our 3 gold. Not the end of the world. Okay. Back home, there is 3 things we need to do. Drain the lava. Lava drained. Next. Drain more lava. I thought there was more furniture. So confused. Constantly doubting if I made this work correctly. whatever. This will count. Bench. We just need a chair. Get rid of some of this lava. Alright, we'll go. Goes. Straight into it. So our best item to make is probably going to be the spider staff and spider armor, so we'll probably focus on that. The only unfortunate part is spider fangs. Let me double check here. Can only be crafted at mithril or talcum. Anvil. Definitely don't. So we'll continue grabbing items best we can. Thought we were live? Let me just double check and see if we are indeed live or not. What am I streaming to? Yeah, I'll go ahead and end the stream and see what happens. Maybe I shouldn't. Double check. Nope, I'm live. Alright, good deal. Check. I'm only streaming at 480 quality. What? Where? How do I increase that? Nope, I'm live. Alright, good deal. Uh-oh. Gonna get a little bit of feedback. That should be alright. Let's go to properties. Nope. Output. Bit rate we will increase to 6,000 maybe? See if we can handle that. Seems to be fine. Options, video output, scaled resolution. That's good enough for now. Check a few things here. Pause it while I double check. Alright, and we're back. Let's drop off some more items. We have so many items. It's always important to drop them off that way inventory isn't blocked. Suck. Okay. Flinks Flare. Flinks Fur. This is awesome. What? Flinks Fur. Fence. Baiting where we want to go. We should probably explore just the home area. A little bit. Nothing crazy here yet. Dynamite will take. Explosives rather. Mess. Tim. Tim got us. Get him back. Jeez. I don't think there's any point in killing Tim right now. Probably safely. Double check, yeah. He doesn't drop anything down. Tim is to be ignored. Why? Running over there. Be funny if there's a house that was actually, but no, there's no house there. I want to block this guy off a moment. Yikes. Crazy. I forget the bat, sure. so many bats. The bat's really not even that good. Finally. Continue. No, Charlie. Kill us in the dark again. Check our live stream and see if the quality is any higher. Kill us in the dark again. Well, whatever. My restock button. Sort. I thought there was like a quick restock, but that's all I wanted to say. We can continue building, sure. Why not? I think peaceful. Oh, crap. We killed a... Does nothing for us. I think this does overall more damage, actually. Which means we should try and get as close as possible. Okay, this is much better. Come under a minute easily. Oh, maybe just over a minute, actually, but still much better time. And he's down. Even with the extra defense that she gives us, 12 is not enough to survive anything, especially contact damage, right? Won't survive any contact damage. Goodness. Have some tungsten bullets. Great. Oh man, as we're exploring the world. I guess that's an option. Oh. Oh. They are out for blood. Do I dare? get more items, want to get more accessories, but it's going to be painfully slow. Again, the snow gun could be the best. They call it, I forgot. We'll protect ourselves, block ourselves in here, and grab another heart crystal, mining out all the spikes. So many spikes. Okay. What else? Go up there. That looks like a promising area. Did want to do something here. Right, I wanted some trees. No. The hornets do not want me to have the trees. Might be okay. Shade word? As long as an acorn spawns, that's all I need. Yep, acorns. Not seeing any moon glow yet, which is very unfortunate. Oh my gosh. The jungle is a very dangerous biome. Respawn rates don't help. Oh, that's one way to do it. Oh yeah. Alright, break time. I feel like a bit of a lab rat. They give them the food if they trigger the whatever action.
incredible. Yeah, I'm out of practice with the vases. Just not careful.
Auto fire. Did they remove it?
We have go save, pause, pause and focus, set bonus, smart doors, controls, auto fire. Still on the hunt for more items. There's a Flinx. No. Let's go back. Taking time. Not looking good. Found wizard. Incredible. He lived and died. There's the flanks. Okay. Okay, we just need some gold. I think tungsten. Hmm. Hmm. Up north. don't understand how they're imps here. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, things are coming along. What the heck? What's going on here? Yeah, that's what that. Joyce, though.
Get in the door. I'm not really sure why we're killing this giant tortoise. He's got money, but I don't know if he drops anything. Turtle shells? Seem useful. Maybe we'll start with the farm pretty quick. It just seems dangerous. If you never can die. At least teleport back home.
out to physically we have statues, other effect. Creepers will the player ever drop items. Medusas, Pigrons, Unicorns, and Wraiths will only drop their items in horde mode. For all of these enemies, they have significantly reduced drop rates, and the player needs to deal at least 1 point of damage to them. They can't die solely from lava, traps, or NPCs. Summoning minions does count as drop rates.
Did you say my name?
I did. I had.